Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Path of Temperance. My name is Angela. I'm an intuitive healer, channel, and energy reader. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, of course, welcome back. So when I start my, videos here in general, I like to kind of explain a little bit about how I receive my information. So for the past few days, I have been in this heavy energy of a lot of my inner child work here. Okay, I've been acknowledging some blocks that I have, really kind of getting some instincts here as my inner child is literally showing things to me. Things are coming to the surface here. Okay, and for the past few days I kind of not really question it, but I was curious as to why these things were kind of coming on repeat in my mind here. Okay, so that's one thing that you guys are going to be experiencing at this time. There's a lot of inner child work, there's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done at this time. Okay, especially if you're aware that you have any sort of blocks at this time, if you know that something's been holding you back, if you know that you've been in a reoccurring toxic cycle. It doesn't even have to be toxic, it could just be a cycle that you do not want to be in anymore. Okay, and it's unhealthy behaviors, it's just things that are coming to the surface right now to be cleared. Okay, and this energy of mine that I picked up on my own was actually backed up by one of my favorite readers here on YouTube, Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. I would love to link her in the description box below. Wonderful reader. And I was actually watching like my own, like it's like a zodiac reading that she does, for Libra, right? So within the reading, she goes on to speak about the things that are literally happening to me. Like I'm releasing things from my inner child. And she mentioned something that we are currently in a time and an energy. And I believe it's because we have 5 planets going retrograde at this time. And I think by the end of the month, we're going to have 7. Okay, so there's a lot of that retrograde, this is how she was explaining it, release, revisit, and that's exactly what has been happening to me. So you guys are most likely definitely experiencing this as well. Okay, you're going to have things that are coming up to be revisited. It's 144 on my clock. Okay, so that's definitely like the 144,000 of us, right? Where the earth angels, the light workers here. Okay, we're really being brought to a certain place in our life right now to be able to step up. Okay, the divine is stepping in, sharing their wisdom, their guidance. Okay, having us revisit, release things that are no longer serving us, because it is time to really expand and grow at this time. Okay, whatever is holding you back, any type of blocks you may have, are coming to the surface to be looked at. Now, this can come in forms of dreams, this can come in forms of memories coming to your mind. Maybe somebody says something or something happens throughout your day-to-day lives here where it brings up something, okay, makes you think about something from long ago. And what she was saying was that we are releasing 33-year-old toxic cycles. We are releasing karma from the past 33 years, okay? And it completely makes sense that it's in line with my inner child. So of course, depending on how old you are, right? I'm in my mid-30s here, okay? So 33 would make me 2-3 years old, right? So this stuff is coming up from the depths. What has happened in the past 33 years of your life is really going to surface to be released. You need to revisit, okay, so it can be let go of. All right. And then here today, when I was out grabbing my normal Starbucks, and I saw a red-tailed hawk. Now, in my area, red-tailed hawks are pretty common here. They do kind of there's a lot of hawks in this area here. But I saw one literally like kind of come out right in front of my car. All right. And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Right. And I kind of just like watched it soar off. So then when I'm pulling back into my neighborhood, one catches my attention sitting up in a tree as I'm like passing the tree. I literally stopped my car and I'm like staring at it. It looks right at me and it starts like, what would a bird's sound be? Cawing? I don't even know. It looked at me and it started making sounds, talking to me apparently. So when I looked up the meaning of a red-tailed hawk, it is really about guidance, wisdom, spiritual awakening here, okay? And I have been on this path for some time in my life, and I'm constantly going through ascensions, okay? I'm constantly reawakening, okay? I'm constantly revisiting. I'm constantly becoming more aware of my old programming, my traditions, my blocks, right? What is holding me back? What is not serving my life anymore that is holding me back in certain areas of my life, okay? So if you are interested, okay, 222 on my timestamp, in digging into this energy here with me, okay? If you so far resonate with this, you've been kind of having things come up from the depths lately, you want more information on it, stick around. If you want me to go ahead and if you just want more information here about this energy, okay? Because a lot of us are going to be experiencing this right now, especially as all of these planets remain in retrograde for some time. And we come into Mercury retrograde, I want to say in a couple days, on the 23rd, okay? So that is just adding to this, all right? We are really in this space right now of revisiting to release. So if you are still here, let's go ahead. Let's start getting some information from our inner child here, okay? That's what I want to do. I want to tap into our inner child here, okay? What does our inner child want us to know, okay? And then we'll get some clarifying cards, all right? So my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light and decree only, my beautiful higher self, what can we tell my beautiful viewer here in regards to their inner child? Let's go ahead and tap in to my viewer's inner child, and what would their inner child like to tell them at this time? Give them some clarity here, okay? Because when we're speaking with our inner child, this is a part of ourself that is still alive and well, but most of the time sad and alone and buried away, okay? Our inner child wants to come out and play, okay? They want to be a part of our everyday life here. There is no reason that we should have them kind of, you know, tucked away in the back, you know, and that's what kind of happens here as we grow up, especially societally. You know, we are so programmed to, we have to grow up and we have to worry about all of the adult, hashtag adulting life type of things, right? And then we forget about our inner child that wants to be happy and playful and creative and bring passion and liveliness into our life, right? And look, remember how I was telling you about like this reframe. It's time to reframe, okay? This is happening for me, not to me, okay? So definitely a great start to this, you know, energy here, okay? If you are resonating, if you do have things coming up from your inner child here where you need to revisit, where you need to reframe, number one way you can begin reframing is that this is happening for me, not to me. We are becoming in line. I just saw 144 on my timestamp for us to have a spiritual awakening. These things are coming to the surface to awaken you to, one, what you need to look at, two, what you need to release, okay? What you need to reframe. There's another hawk. Confirmation. And then look at this one, wanted to come out. Sanctity. So, the beautiful angel, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light and decree only. What can we tell my beautiful viewer? This hawk is so beautiful. It's spinning around over here. Definitely you're seeing hawks at this time, okay? Doesn't have to be red-tailed hawk. It could be a hawk in general. They're speaking to you, okay? Oh my gosh, it flew right over here. It was kind of like at the distance. Their wingspan is gorgeous, okay? And this hawk is just circling over here, okay? Your spirit guides are really showing you things here, okay? What's happening is, what I'm getting is like things, like the cyclical things, right? So the cyclical things in your life are coming to the surface. It's being shown to you, okay? From your spirit teams, your angels right now, your higher self, even your inner child, okay? We have inner power coming out on the bottom and gratitude. So the way that I feel like this energy is beginning to come through here for our inner child is that when we are going to begin having these things resurface and have to revisit these things from our inner child is asking us to have gratitude towards the experience. Be thankful for what you have gone through, because one, it was most likely a lesson for you to learn and grow and evolve from, right? And we always have to, like, I'm also getting like forgiveness from this, okay? Because it's really important that, you know, a majority of like my inner child stuff is always going to link back, right, to our parents, our caregivers, the things that happened in our immediate environment when we were growing up, okay? And so it's like our inner child, as well as our higher selves, you know, our spirit teams, show gratitude for the things that you experienced during that time. No matter how painful, no matter how much you feel like you want to maybe still drown it out or ignore what's coming to the surface, if you allow yourself to just be grateful for that occurrence, for that experience, it's going to shift. It's going to shift the way that you view things. It's going to reframe it. Remember we saw the reframe? Okay. Both of those cards are the color green. So it's going to be a lot of heart chakra stuff, okay? And if you follow me regularly, I speak on the heart chakra being the bridge, right? It's our bridge from our lower chakras to get to our upper chakras. If we have a blocked heart chakra, traffic jam, energy cannot flow. All right, this is going to be our number one chakra to lead us to a spiritual awakening. This is definitely heart chakra stuff. All right, I have Archangel Raphael showing up here. He's telling you, it's kind of like what I'm hearing him say is God heals, okay? So, you know, backing up this spiritual awakening, backing up this kind of like inner child work, right? Remember when you were a child and, you know, depending on, you know, your religious background or however you were raised in that sense, right? We all know who God is, right? No matter what, God heals. God is here for you. God is within you. You are part of God, okay? And Raphael is reminding you of that, okay? That when you tune into yourself as a part of God, that is how we heal ourselves, okay? That is where we find that gratitude. That's where we find that forgiveness. That's where we allow ourselves to feel and heal, because we have to feel to heal, correct? Inner power. Okay, this is where we're going to step into our inner power. This is where we're going to be able to build our, I'm hearing integrity, where we're going to build our dignity, our power, our courage, our bravery, our strength to move forward, to let go of all of the past. Because remember, we are clearing 33 years of karma here to step back into our inner power. But first, to do this, to step into our power, we must first come to a place of gratitude, to open our heart to gratitude. Very, very, very strong energy and emotion to have that really, really clears out the heart chakra here, okay? And then intuition, our inner power, having gratitude. Tapping into our inner power will lead us to our intuition, to our upper chakras here, okay? The inner power is also giving me a lot of sacral energy here as well, okay? So your inner child is coming forward and telling you, and our sacral energy is exactly that, exactly our inner child energy, okay? Exactly where all of our childhood trauma, our childhood wounds are located here. Give me the courage and power to do what must be done. Okay, this is a perfect time to really start setting some intentions in your life. If you are going through this energy, if you have this heaviness coming up, it's really time to set the intention. Give me the strength, the courage to get through this right now. Okay, and look at what came back on the bottom. Reframe. We have to switch our perspectives. We have to have this higher perspective. We have to be okay with looking at things and realizing that it's happening for us, not to us. To bring in that gratitude that this happened for a reason, to show me this, to teach me this, to help me grow and evolve, right? And then look at, we have sacrifice and your path. This is telling me here, the sacrifice energy off the bat is telling me that many of us right now, because we are, shying away or continuing to kind of like ignore or maybe let down our inner child. I mean, I had no idea how important my inner child was to me until I began connecting with her. She is part of me. She has helped me see so much in my life that I would not know on a conscious level, because our inner child is basically our subconscious mind, our subconscious programming. So I was actually journaling earlier today because I was kind of digging through some family stuff here, because again, as I mentioned in the very beginning, like I've been having things coming to the surface and I'm like, strange, but let's talk about it, right? And I will literally like set the intention, like, all right, little baby Angela, what's up? And I literally will talk and the things that just kind of come out and just come onto my paper is just like, wow, I would have never thought of that. But it's my inner child showing me. It's my inner child letting me know. And she's bringing me clarity. It's my own clarity. It's this clarity from myself, but it's something that haven't thought about, right? But my inner child knows about it because my inner child was the one who was aware in that moment in time in my life. That's how we have to reframe this, to allow our inner child to bring us this gift. We are separated from our inner child in life. And our inner child feels like they have been sacrificed here, okay? And by doing this, by sacrificing separation, sacrificing our inner child, not letting them, beautiful yellow monarch butterfly, okay? By allowing our inner child to basically die away, right? Basically ignoring our inner child here, we have lost track of our true path in life. We have sacrificed our destined path by disconnecting from our inner child. Okay? And this is coming up in this energy because this reframe, this revisit, this release energy is here. Because, again, depending on your age, this is all childhood stuff that's going to be coming up here because we need to release all of that dense, toxic cycles, the karma that we don't want, so we can align with our path. Your inner child is saying, please stop sacrificing the connection with me, because when you start connecting with me again here, I'm going to bring you here. I'm going to bring you on your destined path. I'm going to reawaken parts of you that you have totally forgotten about, that you have totally dismissed, that you've totally shoved in the back, right? Because in many ways, we've sacrificed gratitude in our life, being grateful for our experiences, being grateful for our lessons. Even though the hardships and the adversity come up, if we can reframe to be grateful for that, to see the bigger picture here, then it's going to bring us on a path of our inner power, standing back in our truth, standing back in who we are authentically, and be courageous and brave and powerful to move forward along our destined path, the path we set out for ourselves in this life, which is why this is happening. Okay, this is celestially, we are affected by the celestial things that happen. We are all connected, we're all one, right? It says, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Okay? We have to sacrifice the fear and the illusion, because it says sometimes surrender is painful, but God is cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Okay? So it's funny how both of these came back, where it's saying it's time to sacrifice the illusion, the obsession, the addictions, the toxic cycles, to get in line with your path. And this is going to help. Your inner child is telling you, I'm going to help here. Bring me back in. So now I want to get into the tarot, and let's double check here, okay, with gratitude. What is something we can be grateful for, okay? Here, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is new beginnings. This is coming into creativeness, right? This is returning to our passion. You know, what lights you up? What makes you happy? Okay? So my beautiful angel, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light, and decree on my beautiful higher self. With the gratitude, how can we clarify what my beautiful viewer can be grateful for in their life to help them start shifting their perspective into gratitude, please? What can we bring up? What can we highlight here? Something they can be grateful for. Being taken care of is what I heard. Okay, so again, of course, you know, depending on, you know, how you literally, you know, were raised, whatever your background is here. But this is really showing me that even though we had the hardships, even though there are things that happened in our childhood, right? To the things that happened in our childhood here, this is how I began viewing things here, and kind of even explaining to my inner child, because my inner child will tell me things like, you know, this, and this, and it made me feel sad. It made me feel alone. It made me feel like I was bothersome, right? But in today's energy, what I can, you know, reiterate to my inner child and be that support system that maybe I never received as a child is say, you know what, baby girl, this happened for us to become who we are today. I have to tell my inner child that we're safe now, right? That it's okay to let go of this. It's okay to have forgiveness for the things that have happened, because it's showing us today that this, and this, right? It's showing us that we have so much opportunity in our life. It's showing us in the places that we can rip out the roots that no longer serve and where we can plant new ones. Okay, so it's really important to have this gratitude that we have the ability to change, that we have the ability to turn the wheel in our life. So when we allow gratitude to come in, allow our inner child to show us what real gratitude is, then it's kind of like our inner child is going to say, okay, I see what you're saying, right? Because when we're disconnected from our inner child, at least, like in my personal experience, I never talked to my inner child a couple years ago. What was that? I had no idea the importance of little baby Angela, and what she has shown me today has actually made me wiser in many ways here. Okay. My inner child holds a lot of wisdom, just as yours does. Okay. All of our inner childs hold knowledge that we as adults can't even comprehend. It goes over our head. Maybe a little off topic here, but it's kind of like when we allow gratitude to come into our lives and be grateful for where our seeds were planted, it allows us to see where we can rip out those roots. If they are weak roots, if it is not a sturdy foundation, it's showing us that we can reframe and say, you know what? I have the ability to offer myself what I need for my life. I can be grateful for my experience, and then I can let it go. I can reframe it and offer myself a new beginning, offer myself stability, offer myself. And it's saying that also in this energy, I just got like slow and steady, okay? There's no need for us to rush around, especially when we're dealing with 33 years of our life, 33 years of things that we've been through. Slow and steady wins the race. Do you see how she's kind of like holding this like little plant, right, in her hand? When you plant a seed, does it grow? Does it just pop up out of the ground overnight? Reframe in that sense of the matter here, that things take time. Good things take time. That it's okay to allow ourselves to grieve and to allow ourselves to revisit and rehash and release. Because then that's where we get the opportunity to allow ourselves to be grateful for our experiences and replant ideas, replant. It's like it's ways of living, and the ways that we see life, the ways that we hold on to old programming and traditions. It's our chance to rewrite it for ourselves. It's destiny to turn things around. And then here's another pentacle here, okay? To become a student, to understand that we hold value within ourselves. Our inner child is valuable, important, wise, magical. Our inner child is magical. Our inner child holds magic of destiny, of alignment. Okay, this is also karma. This is the wheel of karma showing up. That when we step into gratitude and aligning with our inner child, we begin turning the wheel. We begin releasing that old karma and coming into new, and to reap our good karma here. I just heard it's your destiny to align, okay? It is all of our destinies to align with ourselves for our highest good, alignment to our path that we set out for ourselves. So, beautiful. Let's clarify inner power. Oop. Okay, this is become an apprentice, become a student, work hard on looking at these things, okay? Maybe some of you have dealt with, like, this is giving me like impulsive reactions, okay? And that's actually something I have dealt with in my life, because even still to today, I have to catch myself from reacting, okay? This is that very, see, this is like in the family, impulsive, okay? So maybe many of you had very impulsive parents, maybe parents that were very impulsive towards you, right? Very reactionary, very aggressive, very, I'm not really getting too much aggressive here, but it's a lot of impulsivity, a lot of energy here where many of you may have felt that you didn't get the chance to you weren't allowed to really be yourself as a child. Okay, you were told to be, think, and act one certain way, or be. We're all built to fill this certain mold, right? And I can even resonate with this, right? We're told as children that if we want to, let's say for instance, be successful, okay? If we want to be successful, if we want to have a lot of money, if we want to be rich, if we want to be wealthy, right? That we have to do things a very, very specific way, okay? And these cards are falling out over our power, all right? So when we have deep, deep programming of having to do things a certain way to get a certain outcome, we are allowing our power to be taken away by that certain programming, okay? This is coming up and telling us that, you know, there's parts of our lives where we just rush through things. We rush to get to our end said goal, which is fine. We need to accomplish our goals that we're setting. Absolutely. But what this energy is telling us is that many of us have been molded that we have to seek and we have to put our power outside into something else, okay? So, you know, for me on my personal journey right now, I try and I work very hard at holding my power within me, because I know that that's where, like, I hold the power to get where I want to go in life. If I was to set a goal outside of myself, I would not be able to meet that goal with my own power. Does that make any sense? I know that's really, really kind of hard to explain how I'm like picking up this energy here. It's kind of like, say you are an architect, right? And you really want to begin building this project, right? You have this beautiful vision in your mind that you want to come alive, correct? In many ways, we are giving that project our power to meet a certain like, it has to have an exact end result. Okay, so you have the blueprint out. You have exactly step by step by step what needs to happen. And yes, this is analytical thinking. This is logical thinking. We need to work in a certain way here, okay? But what this energy is telling me here is that we have gotten to a space in our life that molded us, that everything has to be done in a perfect way, and everything needs to be done exactly as you think it should be, that you give it so much power that you're disappointed, you're aggravated, you're reactionary, okay? You end up feeling like you have failed in some sense. You feel that nothing ever goes right. There's a lot of these negative energies and connotations that are attached to when we allow ourselves so much power over something outside of ourselves, okay? So I hope that analogy, that example makes sense, because that's exactly what it's telling us in our energy, okay? We have goals that we want to accomplish. We have things in life that we set out to strive for. Absolutely. But I've spoken very often on the expectation and the outcome of things. If we put all of our eggs in that one basket and it doesn't turn out the way that we want to, all hell breaks loose, right? Our life is devastating to us, right? Everything crumbles to the ground. Because what? You gave all of your power to that one thing. Take your power back, trust in your ability, go with the flow of any said situation, job, project, however this resonates for you, and don't allow it to make or break your life experience due to the outcome that unfolds. Our inner child is really reminding us that go back to that innocent energy in our life where we just went with the flow. We weren't bogged down by the end result. That message was for somebody here, okay? And my son just said daddy. Okay, you could resonate as a dad. Okay, you could resonate as you know, a male in general here. Okay, I mean, you could be a woman that's called daddy, however it resonates, you know. But you know, and also this could also tell me here that it could be a lot of father wounds. Maybe your father was like that, right? Very just very hardworking, and then everything else fell to the background, right? Okay, and then this is surrender. I immediately got surrender as I'm just like went gung-ho on letting go of outcomes, right? And letting it take our power away from us, okay? Because before I woke up to what like power meant to me, my power was spread out everywhere. Everyone held a piece of Angela that I never gave away to them, but I did unconsciously. Our jobs, our friends, our family, our loved ones. They take our power unconsciously. We give our power unconsciously to have our own needs met, to, I'm hearing like validation and worthiness. We give away our power because our inner child is lacking those feelings. So we give it to other people to try to receive that in return, when all we're doing is taking away our power here, okay? That's very important for many of you here, okay? This inner power here, okay? But, you know, through this surrender energy, this is also telling us it's time to have a perspective shift. We've all been hanging out here, okay? Within our community, within our day-to-day lives, feeling like we're sacrificing ourselves, sacrificing our inner child, just for a little bit of attention or validation here, okay? Exactly. It's massive, massive wounding of toxicity. It's a toxic wounding pattern. It's a toxic pattern of wounding that we're living in here, okay? And now the divine is coming in here saying, stop sacrificing your power. Stop sacrificing your destined path here. Start bringing some gratitude into your life and watch your life expand and explode with passion, creativity, new beginnings. We're stuck in the wounding, the negative wounding, the fears, insecurities, the illusions, okay? You're sacrificing your own happiness here, okay? Look at love. Where's the self-love? And it's funny because I picked up on that the other day as well, okay? That was with like people needed to sit down and rest. Look at, from the past, the nostalgia. Okay, so again, this is kind of backing up all the energy here, okay? All the nostalgia, the memories that are coming to the surface right now. This is family. This is love. This is love in all areas, because we love our family, we love our friends, we love our, you know, relationships, our partners, correct? In what ways can you know, or, you know, your inner child is showing you in what ways right now you are sacrificing your happiness because you're holding on to the wounding from painful love experiences from your childhood, okay? So for instance, I was journaling today about how I kind of get in my head about certain situations, and it's kind of like I practice a lot of self-love and self-care as I've come along on my journey here. But a part of me is always kind of like longing still to be seen and to be validated, right? And although I am, you know, digging through my stuff all the time, and I give myself as much validation and honor and as I can, you know, there's still a deep, deep lingering thing that's coming up for me. And so I was kind of journaling about that today, and little baby Angela, she brought up that when I was younger, my dad was, you know, a very busy person. You know, he had a full-blown career. By the time he got home from work, he kind of just wanted to basically be left alone. My dad never wanted to spend time with me. He never wanted to. Do you see what I'm saying? So I never received enough love or attention or validation from my dad. Even my mom was very busy. There was 3 of us within a 4-year span. I mean, she had a lot on her plate. You know, she's a stay-at-home mom. She's taking care, you know, of toddlers crawling up walls, you know, which is understandable in many ways. But this is more of like my dad. You know, my dad, as a child, I never got that proper affection and attention from him. I've forgiven him, you know, but this stuff is constantly coming up for me, okay? It's a major wounding for me that keeps making me feel invalidated in some way. And it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with little Angela and how she felt that she was being a bother to her own dad for wanting his attention. Many of you deal with that as well, okay? And we have many of the same wounding here in this world because, I mean, of course, every family is different, you know, but in a majority of the sense, if you had working parents, if you had parents that, you know, were always kind of like on the go and it could just be their choices that they made as well. You know, they chose to do something over spend time with you. That affects us as children. We hold on to that. We block our heart because we don't want to feel that again. I am very grateful for my father as a person. Okay, today in my adult life, we have a wonderful relationship. He still doesn't tell me he's proud of me. I've never probably heard him say, I love you, since maybe I was like, I don't even know. It's random. You know, it's random if I ever hear that from him. I'm okay with that now. But baby Angela is still holding on to stuff, okay? So you, in your adult life, you might say, that doesn't bother me, whatever. Check in with your inner child. How do they feel about that? Because they're the ones that are separated from you. They're the ones that are scared and feeling unsafe. And that was another thing that came with my dad. He would constantly like get aggravated and irritated when we would ask him for things. I learned to stop asking for things. And then again, I felt like a bother. I felt like I was a nuisance asking my own father for something. Baby Angela held on to that. And then I was afraid to ask him for things. That instilled a fear in me. I began feeling unsafe. I didn't feel safe to talk to him, to ask him for things. And a part of me as an adult does recall some of that, the feeling of it. But it was my inner child that started giving me details today. Like, nope, this happened, and this is exactly why you feel like that today. I'm like, whoa, makes sense, you know? Check in. It's very important. 222 on the clock. We all have something, okay? And I mean, I am not sitting here saying that, you know, everybody's inner child is hurt and wounded, but a majority, unfortunately, that is the case here, beautiful souls. So, my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light and decree only, my beautiful higher self. What are, well, you know, this kind of was sitting on the path, okay? Because I'm going to start closing up this reading here. I have no idea how far I am. So, but this is new beginnings. This is like the divine telling you that it's time to have new beginnings here, okay? Many of you are manifesting new beginnings. Many of you are manifesting your power, your bravery, okay? Many of you, along your path, you need to apply that. Okay. And when you begin looking through the wounding, through the fears, through the attachments, through the codependency, through the addictions, through the illusions, okay, that's when you step into your power. That's when you align with your path. And that's when you are bravely and courageously ready to take it on. 222 on my timestamp. Okay. Clarify the Knight of Wands. It's your choice. It's going to let you see the truth to the matter of every love, partnership, commitment in your life. Your inner child will share its knowledge with you. It'll bring you clarity, dignity, honor. Okay? It's going to help you balance your head and your heart to see the truth, to take action towards the things that don't align in your life anymore. For you, receive. Okay? To take these swords out of our back. To free ourselves from the pain, from the defeated energy, from the failure, from the competition, from the conflict, from the grief, from the loss. That's crazy. Put an end to all of this. 5-5 breaking down to 10-10, 10-10, completion, bye. And it's funny, for when I do collective messages here, I get a majority of the same cards here. There's a lot of grief, there's a lot of pain and loss. in the collective here. There's a lot of competition, jealousy. There's a lot of envy. There's a lot of conflict. There's conflicting energy here based around feelings of defeatedness, feelings of failure in life, feelings of ruin. This is the energy your inner child is trying to show you. Let's get out. This is like your inner child here. I'm sad. I'm by myself because I'm blocked. I'm blocked over here. Strength. Let's tap into this inner power here, beautiful souls. It is our divine right. It is our birthright to live within our strength and our courage. Okay? In partnerships, in love, everything that we've experienced, because this life, more or less, this life experience is based off of what we have experienced and collaborated with other people. This is partnerships of all kind. A majority of our pain comes from outside factors, outside people, outside situations, right? Of course, we can inflict our own pain by our negative self-talk, our limiting beliefs, the way that we speak to ourselves. Absolutely, we can block ourselves. But a majority of the time, when you are newborn in this world, you depend on somebody else caring for you to bring you to life within this life, right? And something that I, kind of reiterate regularly to my ex, even sometimes to my parents here, okay? We are not here to control our children. We're here to guide them, okay? Because sometimes I can tell when my ex is just kind of like gung-ho, yelling, trying to like, X, it has to happen like this. Whoa, bro, okay? Chill out. Let the kid be who they are. If they want to do something a certain way, let them. That's where we get most of our pain from, by other people trying to control us and mold us. I want my children to be authentic and allow themselves to understand they are allowed to be authentic. They're allowed to stand in their truth. I honor their no's. I accept their no's. I hear their no's. It's not me as a parent to, you have to do what I say. Of course, in moderation, I'm keeping my children safe, but more or less, I am not telling them who to be, what to think, how to do certain things, okay? Like my parents, they get mad that my boys like to run around with no pants and underwear. For me, I don't care. They're home, We're not out in public. Yeah, we're out in public. They have clothes on. But like my parents are like, no, that's not right. You need to keep clothes on them. Let them be who they want to be. If they want to be butt naked, go for it. Live your life. See, like, people have different ways of thinking, their opinions. My way of raising my boys is I want them to be happy. I want them to feel that they are living their true selves here. It's not up to me. Yeah, of course I would probably prefer that they're dressed, but I'm not going to throw a fit about my boys not wanting to have clothes on. Let them live their life. It's not bothering anybody. It's not hurting anybody. I'm allowing them to be themselves. And a lot of us didn't get to experience that growing up. And our inner child wants to tell us about it. Okay? So I'm going to grab another deck, get a quick closing message for us, and we're back. But if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that this message has brought you clarity. And if you are returning, please let me know. I mean, even for you that are first timers, let me know how this message resonated for you. How did it bring you clarity or breakthroughs? Okay, because I'm really here helping us bring our unconscious to the conscious, okay? I'm really here to help us start seeing things for what they are, breaking down these illusions that we live in, breaking down our fears, really aligning us to live balanced, authentic, purposeful lives here, okay? I'm an activator. Some things I may say may be triggering, but it's because it's real. It's the truth. It's coming to the surface. And sometimes we don't like to hear it. Sometimes it's hard for us to hear things, okay? But please know that I am here, again, as an ascension guide, an activator, okay? I'm here to help align people, help wake people up to their true divinity, okay? To all aspects of life, shifting their perspective, their inner child, shadow work, okay? We all have a shadow, all right? Our shadow never fully goes away. But we integrate our shadow. We allow our shadow to live with us, right? So here, look at on the bottom of the deck prior to shuffling. All right. I'm going to ask what our inner child wants to tell us through this time, but rebirth and reinvention. And it's funny, this like is coming back, this reframe, this rebirth, this reinvention, these retrogrades, this clearing 33 years of karma. It's happening for us here, beautiful souls. So let it unfold. Get in touch with your inner child here. Let them know you're there with them, and show them that you're listening, that you care, that they're not alone. Because we don't feel whole because we're missing our inner child. It's real. So to all of my beautiful viewers, inner childs, what would you like to tell them? What is something that you, as their inner child, would like them to know at this time? Okay. Sun and stars. This is about balancing. This is about the light and the dark. This is about understanding that, what we experienced is here to help us. Okay? This is going to help us. So, let's see what we need here. Okay, transformation and change and connect with Gaia. And it's so funny because, a majority of the people that come across my videos, okay, of course, always take everything how it resonates, but I am always really, truly guided within my collective messages to tell people to connect with Mother Earth, to ground their energy. This is very, very important for many people in the collective. Many people who come across this message, you are meant to connect with Mother Earth to, confirmation burp, release this negative energy. Let Mother Earth help you. 111 on my clock, timestamp. Because connecting with Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, Earth, right, is really going to help you transform and change. Okay, look, here's that butterfly. Remember I told you I saw a beautiful yellow monarch butterfly fly by? All right. This is really an energy of metamorphosis. When we get in touch with our inner child, when we allow all of these things to come to the surface, resurface, to reframe, to revisit, to have a rebirth, to reinvent ourselves, it is change. It is transformation on high levels here, okay? So give love, give gratitude right now. Give love to your inner child. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What are you holding on to that you don't want to feel anymore, okay? And be honest with yourself. Listen to your inner child. Your inner child is you. And heal. And heal your inner child and accept love from yourself, from others. And gratitude and forgiveness allows that to come in here, beautiful souls, okay? That allows that to happen for you. To accept love. And then look under that, ground and center. You can't make that stuff up, okay? And then after is affirmation for positive change. Begin affirmations. Begin, regular routines of self-care and self-love and connecting with your inner child so that they can feel loved, so they can give love, so they can accept love, so they can progress and they can grow, and you can reconnect. Remix. So if you would like to book a personal, please visit my website. Link is in the description box. I was babbling on a little while ago too about if it was your first time here. So again, welcome. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, okay? When you guys like and subscribe, it really lets me know that you guys are, resonating with the messages and that it is helping you. And of course, the more that you guys are here and exchanging energy with me, I'm very, very grateful for that, because then it helps me more easily connect with your energy to get more in-depth information specifically for you. Okay, so again, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this resonated. And if you are interested in booking a personal, I offer a multitude of different types of readings. I also have just come live with my Angel-Healing Therapy. So if you are interested in a healing angel session, okay, beautiful sessions where the angels and the archangels come in, okay, they really clear and heal with light and love and angelic frequency on all planes, our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, to help clear out all of the old stuff, all the things that do not serve us anymore. They heal us so we can begin bringing love back into our life. They fill us with the love frequency through this. Okay, I've been practicing on myself for some time. It is amazing. So if you're interested or even have any questions about that, don't hesitate to contact me. I'd love to give you more information. But I'm going to be posting that on my website here shortly. So depending on when you've come across this video, I will have it up very soon to begin taking sessions. And I can do it remotely as well, okay? If you are in the Southern California area, you can definitely come to my space and we can do it in person. Or if you'd prefer to do it, over a FaceTime or a Zoom, that's how I'll be moving forward with that. So if you, again, want to book, visit my website. And until next time here, beautiful souls, love and light to you.